What's up, everyone? Welcome back here with Talks with Chuck. Now, Chuck, let them know real quick what's the next topic.
For today's topic, what is the lonely chapter? And how did you deal with your lonely chapter?
Yes, like he said, the lonely chapter is a real thing. Trust me. For me, when I started my journey, yes, I was alone, as in, like, I was always grinding, just wake up, work. Honestly, my job became home, and then my home became, like a place to visit, because as soon as I get home, I'll shower or I'll eat something real quick or drink my protein shake, whatever, and then I'll go to sleep. The moment I wake up, time to get up, go to work. After work, either go to my second job, which was my part-time job. And the funny thing was, even though that was my part-time job, I was still working like a full-time job, which was like at least 7 hours. 7.5, but obviously mine is a 30-minute lunch, so it's 7. And I did that for like 2 years. So yeah, it was just wake up, work, go home. And whatever day I had off or two, those two days or that one day, I'll just manage to do my errands real quick, and then I'll just hit the gym. And trust me doing that, I lost a lot of size. Like, I really did. I remember how, like, I was pretty cut lean and all that. But it's gonna happen. You have to make that sacrifice. So if you're that type of dude that you want to be big all the time, trust me, once you have 2 jobs, it's kind of hard to stay that size. But it's a sacrifice you got to make, and it's only temporary. It doesn't have to be for forever, right? Or for a long ass time. I knew that once I got my second job, I knew I was gonna gain a little bit of weight or just stay the same weight, but for sure I was gonna lose muscle. That was a for sure. So I came to terms to it, because I was like, man, I work hard to get my muscle, and then for me to just lose it because I have to, work 2 jobs, and obviously I won't even have time to the gym, because I literally have like about, let's just say 6.5, or maybe not even 7. It was like at least 6 or 6.5 hours to go to sleep. But here's the kicker: I still had to drive home. That's like 30 minutes or so. By the time I get home, take a shower, do what I gotta do, and I go in bed, maybe I got like 5 hours left, or 4.5. I don't even know. But the point was that, yes, you're gonna be alone, and you're gonna be, suffering, but not like, to the point that, oh my God, I feel ill. Nah, you get used to it. That you're having like 4 to 5 hours of sleep every single day, and then once you have your day off or so, you sleep your like 12 or 13 hours. That was me. I was sleeping like for 12 or 13 hours.
Holy shit! You were non-stop grinding. Just to be clear here, I know for a fact not everyone is built the same. You, on the other hand, you're built different. Respect to you, my boy, and keep earning that money.
And I hardly hang out with anybody, even with my family. My mom, my dad, they'll be like, damn, what the fuck? Like, we don't fucking see you. Like, why are you working so hard? I don't expect them to understand. So I don't expect you to make them understand. But at the end of the day, it's your life. You're the captain of the ship. You're the director of your life. So it is you. You are the main character, and you're the one saying, "Look, I visualize this, lifestyle that I want in the future. So therefore, I have to suffer now to become something tomorrow in the future." And most people will never get it. Why? Because they'll choose pleasure over pain anytime. I, on the other hand, did the opposite. I was choosing pain over pleasure every time. Yeah, there was times that, I missed out on women that could possibly be a potential partner, but I will never know why, because I never gave them a chance, right? Because I was just so focused on just trying to pay off my debt, pay off my consumer debt, my student loan. So, and you basically you're just alone, you know. I'm not saying you be a loner, but it's just basically you're just focusing what you want in the future, because nobody's gonna come to save you. The government's not gonna save you. So shit, they're saying about, you know, later on, I don't even know if Social Security is gonna be a thing. So you better start saving now, especially this whole crap that we're dealing with here in the United States, like a recession and shit. But just keep saving your money, put it in a high yield savings account, have it on your primary savings, start building your portfolio after you get out of debt. All right, if you're in debt, that's your number one target. Pay that shit off. Pay it off. I don't care if it takes you 4 years, 5 years, but the point is, the quicker you pay it off, the faster you start reaching your vision that you visualize. Like, okay, cool, I visualize having within 4 months a 10K portfolio. I also visualize that I have at least 10K as well on my high yield savings. I also visualize that I have 10K on my primary savings. So it's just little goals that you got to make.
So what was one of your first goals? Also, how do you stay consistently motivated?
My first goal was, once I got out of debt, I did the 5-5-5 rule, which is just something that I made up in my head. I want to have 5K in my primary savings, I want to have 5K on my high yield savings account, and I want to have 5K on my brokerage account, where I buy S&P 500. And that took me like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, 4 or 5 months. And once I did that, I was like, damn. You know, it becomes a game. Like, you just get motivated. And then my next target right now is, which I'm almost there. It's the 10-10-10, which is 10K on my primary savings, 10K on my high yield savings account, and 10K on my brokerage account. But yeah, I'm getting close, you know. But other than that, like I said, it's just a game, you know, like that I have for me to stay, you know, motivated / having fun. Well, don't get me wrong, I'll still go out and spend money. I don't want you to think I'm just working my ass off and not enjoying it, right? I'll still, you know, like, you know, I'll go to the theaters, I'll go to a mall, I'll go to like any like little random event. What else? You know, I'll go to these places where they have shows, especially car shows. I'll go to those. But yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it every single weekend, but whenever I decide, okay, cool, it's been like about 3 months or 2 months, I haven't done anything, okay, I want to go out and spend some money. So yeah. But you know, the lonely chapter is you're just gonna be by yourself the whole time. Eventually you find people that could help you level up because they know something that you don't know, and vice versa. You know something that they don't know. And then just remember, certain people are in your life for a short amount of time. So every now and then, like, you know, you'll come across people that, like, you know, they were cool with you in the beginning, but then eventually they'll talk behind your back, or they'll just stop talking to you, which is fine. Remember, like, people come and go. They were there for a short amount of time. They were not there to stay, and if they were there to stay, they will be with you from thick to thin. So yeah, that's just something I want y'all like to understand. All right, you will find and meet cool new people. Some will stay and some will go, period. Same thing, you're gonna come across, you know, a few good women. Some will stay, some will go, you know. But that's just a whole different genre, you know. I'll talk about it later on, like in a future dating video of how I deal with, you know, dating, or how I learn how to date as well, like, you know, how I understood women nature, you know, because it's a it's not what you think, because we all been programmed by the propaganda machine, especially on TV shows, music, and all this shit. You know, they're making the guy the dumbass, and they're making the woman strong and independent, and I can do what a man does, all that fucking crap. But anyways, I'm getting out of tangent.
You know, I look forward on the next future videos when you're gonna talk about the dating scene. That should be an interesting topic on how you deal with dating. But let's focus on this video first.
It's okay to be alone. Don't worry about it. Keep grinding. Remember, people will feel bad for you, but they're not gonna pay your bills, all right? You know, they're gonna be like, oh man, like they'll be supportive, but you know, they're not gonna be like, oh, don't worry, here's $3,000 for your rent. That's not gonna happen, all right? So just understand that you got yourself into this mess. You got to get yourself out of it, or else you're gonna be like the common American, man, just living paycheck to paycheck. So that's pretty much it for this video. Any last words, Chuck?
Remember, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Yes, in the beginning it's going to suck, since you're used to being around dumbasses all of the time. But trust me, being alone all of the time is not as bad as you think. You will enjoy being alone and the peace that comes with it.
Yup. Yeah, I mean, still to this day, I'm alone, but I do have a handful of friends that I do like hang out with once in a while. Even they're grinding too, so that's good, because we both, you know, we compete. We have a friendly competition. You know what I mean? So yeah, and also yeah, I mean, you know, I'll date here and there. You know, I'll see someone here and there, but it's not like I'm not focused on that. All right, focus first on what you want first, and then once you do that, which I highly recommend, you pay off all your debt, pay everything off, be financially free and stable, and have some money on your savings, because you know a rainy day could happen any day. You know, it just happens. So I want you to be prepared for it, and when it happens, you're like, whew, good thing I prepared for it. You know, whatever. It sucks. Whatever happened, like you losing your job, or you got hurt, a car crash, family dying, whatever. But the point is, you want to be prepared, because when it happens, you're prepared. All right. Sure, it's gonna suck the moment it happens. It's gonna suck. You know, it's gonna be a shitty feeling, but you're pretty much, you're feeling good about yourself because you prepare for something like that, right? So yeah, other than that, you know, it's okay to be alone. Don't worry about it. I'm still dealing with it, so it's okay. So focus on this first. All right, focus on paying off your debt, focus on being alone, and just be comfortable with it. All right, be comfortable with it. And same thing, when I go out, I'm alone. I don't need somebody to be with me to go out. I'm happy to be alone, and sure, I'm happy to have someone else there with me, or a group of people there with me. But yeah, just be happy being alone. All right, you know, you're enjoying yourself. Whatever. You'd be surprised. You start meeting people out of nowhere, right? You know, like they'll just start talking to you, or you might say, oh shit, you know, I like your jersey, or oh, I like your shirt, you know, I love that band, or whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden, like, you just happen to start a conversation with that stranger, and the next thing you know, fool, like, y'all become buddies. You know, maybe that's a girl that, oh shit, you know, all I had to do was just compliment her shirt, and all of a sudden, I'm out here with a date with her. Okay, cool, right? So, like, anything can happen, all right? All right, Chuck, we ready?
Peace out,
Peace.
y'all.